Hey everybody, I know it's been a long time since I made a video. I hate long intros, basically haven't been playing WoW, but I have been playing Hearthstone. Haven't really ever stopped playing Hearthstone, but I never really made some videos. Actually, I made some videos a long time ago, but anyways, I don't want to spend too much time on the intro, so let's just hop right into the game. Um, yeah, basically the deck that I'm going to be playing today is a Highlander Shaman deck. Just want to make sure you guys can see this on the screen. It's a Highlander, meaning it is a one-off deck so that you can activate certain powerful cards that have a condition of if your deck has no duplicates, blah, blah, blah. So the main ones we have are Reno Shaman, which is an extremely powerful hero card. I'm trying to remember if there are other ones in the deck. I've been playing this deck pretty much non-stop. And it has been pretty crazy. I'm on a, I think, 8-game win streak with it. Yeah, I'm really trying to remember if there's anything else that uses the condition of one off in the deck. I'll show which cards are in the band in a second. Oh yeah, this guy, Dr. Holiday. If your deck has no duplicates, equip the Staff of 9 Frogs. So it's a 2/9 weapon, and every time you attack, it summons a stronger and stronger frog. Starts off as a 1/1 with taunt, then becomes a 2/2 with taunt, 3/3 with taunt. Goes up to 9/9 with taunt. Yeah, so that's pretty much the only two cards in the deck that require you to have no duplicates. But you can kind of cheat that slightly with the ETC. So we run a second Framester and a second Turn the Tides. Because these cards are pretty powerful. Framester is great in a control matchup, and Turn the Tides is good for fighting for the board, kind of that mid-rangey deck. Then you got the Viper in case you have problematic decks with very strong weapons. Now this is a list, I did not come up with this list on my own, it's a list that I got off of HS Replay. I haven't really made any tweaks to it yet, so what I like to do is grab a deck from HS Replay that has high win rate. Excuse me, now this is not one of the decks that have the highest win rates, but it is definitely up there. I think it had about a 66 or 68% win rate. I think 66. That's across all brackets. So yeah, the more I play it, the more I'll kind of see how I want to tweak it. I haven't really had much use of, which card was it? Yeah, Golganath the Thunderer. He's in the deck. Like he's pretty good. Actually, he did save me in one deck, or again in one matchup, I should say. But anyways, enough talking. It's a pretty awesome deck. I want to take the time to kind of show you guys every card in the deck. And yeah, as I said, pretty much I have an 8-game win streak in Legend. Let's get out of casual. Let's go back to standard. And let's go. So it's a pretty fun deck. It does really well defensively against the aggro decks. It has a lot of healing in it. And it can also fight for board in mid-rangey matchups. And then the only time I find it struggles a bit, or you have to be a little bit more creative, or against control decks. Because it doesn't have a definite win condition. Sometimes you find your win condition through your Wind Fury weapons. And I forget the name of the card, the three mana card, the new card. 3 mana card gives you +3 attack damage and spawns a 3 mana 3/3 with Rush. I guess the mana is irrelevant. So let's see here in the mulligan. But anyways, that card combined with a Wind Fury weapon, you can burst pretty high. So we're playing against a Paladin. Most Paladin decks try to basically rush you down with a whole bunch of little minions. So having a 1-drop is pretty good. Carving Chisel is pretty strong. Let's get rid of the Prison. Do I want to keep School Teacher in this matchup? I don't necessarily know. Having the 1/1 is actually pretty strong because you can pair it with, I think it's called Jam Session. So it's having a cheap 1/1 to drop. Let's keep it. Jam Session is that AoE card. It buffs a minion by 3/3 and then does 1 damage to all minions. So it gives us a cheap target. So my camera positioning, I'm hoping it doesn't block anything. It looks like you can see my rank. And I tested it quickly. If I have 10 cards in my hand, you should still be able to see every card in my hand. So let's start off with a Shock Hopper. Oh, that's fun. We get to play Ragnaros this game, if we get to it. It may not be the best card, actually, if this guy's going wide on his board, but okay. Seeing Seafloor Savior is a little bit different. I've seen a bit of a trend of Control Paladin popping up. So maybe this will be good, but this is not necessarily great against Divine Shield minions. So I think I'm just going to Carving Chisel here. Other plays, obviously, I could heal and discover a spell, but I don't have any health to heal. Kind of don't want to waste that. Had nothing to coin on this turn. I could Hero Power, so I think using Weapon. Let's attack first, see what I get. My hand is also not super aggressive. Sometimes you get a hand that kind of speaks aggressively, or hints at being aggressive, and so I could go face, but I think in this case I just want to trade. Yeah, let's trade. It's always a good idea to trade against Paladin, because they have a lot of unit buff cards. So by eliminating units, they can't buff cards. It's pretty straightforward. So depending on what he does, I mean, next turn's pretty straightforward, to be honest. Probably gonna attack. And honestly, I'm thinking of coining this out. This is too early to use. This is one of the cards that in control matchups enables you to go pretty far and try to sneak out some wins. You do this the turn before you play that other. I'm drawing a blank. I'm being a terrible host here, but there's another card that you discover nature card, and if you play to get another nature card, sometimes you get some pretty powerful turns. If you flash lightning the previous turn. But anyways, let's go ahead and coin into School Teacher. Yeah, this is the card we're talking about, Lightning Reflexes. So this is pretty good just to have in my hand with Flash of Lightning, although the initial 1 mana activation won't be discounted. Amphibious Elixir, I don't think I need that. I like the Lightning Reflexes, gives me a lot more flexibility. And then again, let's trade. Yeah, Flash of Lightning into Noggling the next turn might be good. Although I may have to use this turn because I really want to get rid of Liadrin. Although it doesn't look like I need to. I can trade here, trade here. That the 5/3 into the 3/2 doesn't feel good. I could honestly just do. I could heal this guy. And then he's gonna get healed again with Healing Totem. I think that's the play. And then I can drop Flash of Lightning, honestly. And then next turn, I'll be able to do this. Or if I need to command him Epsilon. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and attack this first, because we know we're going to do that. Taunt is nice. Let's go ahead and heal this minion. Give a minion +2/+3 if it has a minion type. Draw another one of that type. Interesting. I like Jam Session against Paladin. The 1 damage AoE is pretty strong. And let's activate this so that next turn we can do some fun stuff. So let's trade there. We're good to go. So the only thing I'm afraid of here is Paladin has that new buff card. Interesting. This guy's playing a totally different deck. So my nature spells are discounted this turn. I kind of want to cast Lightning Reflexes. However, I could trade here and then Drive Insect on this and get a free 8 damage to face. Rag puts a good amount of pressure on the board.
I wonder.
Lightning Reflexes does make a lot of sense. But so does Rag. I think we just do the Rag, if I'm being honest. I know we're missing out on the discount. Although there is Lightning Reflexes into Command of Neptulon if we don't cast the follow-up spell, then we're overloaded. This overloads by 2, so I'd be on 6 next turn. I'd have 4 mana to play with. I say we just do Rag, because Rag is a cool card. Let's do it. How often you get to see this? Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you use Jive Insect on a diamond card, they actually turn into Diamond Ragnaros. I had that happen in a game earlier. I think I used it on Sir Finley. That's not the first time. Not the first time I've used Jive Insect. Yeah, first video I've recorded in a while, and rookie mistake, I didn't have an open glass of water next to me, but I do have a water bottle. This doesn't have to be a perfect recording. It's the first video. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I just want to get the games in and get some uploads going on the channel. Okay, so he's wasting 2 mana on that. That's really good for us. He's basically done nothing. Okay, so he's going to buff this. He's not going to buff it. Ooh, okay. So I was going to use Turn of the Tides here. But now I'm not. Because I love to pair this with Horn of the Windlord. Because that can... This is Wind Fury, right? So that puts you up to... That's 12 damage from hand. Or not necessarily from hand, but... It's 12 burst damage. So I've got Astalor. I can use Astalor just to kill his minion. Then Rag goes face. We can start with Nagaling to see if we get anything better here. Or do we just do Astalor into Jam Session to put even more pressure out? And then next turn we may just get lethal with Horn of the Windlord.
There is little time.
Yeah, let's do Jam Session first. Just gonna heal it back up anyway.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
This is a lot of pressure. He's already at 9.
Mistakes of the past. Rewritten.
Okay. Anachronos, I'm fine with that, honestly. I think I just Horn, hit him once, and the next turn I've got Turn of the Tides for another burst of 12. So we should be good with that. Even if I have to trade into 1 minion, or like... I should be good. If he goes big with the Divine Shield, the 3/3 rush is going to train to the Divine Shield. My first swing kills it. Okay, that's... See? This is exactly what I was thinking of. Ooh, okay, the second one is kind of annoying. Okay, there's probably some lethal here with maybe Command of Neptulon and... Yeah, and Turn of the Tides. There is definitely some lethal here. Let's just play it. We know there's lethal. This hits that. This hits that. First hit hits that. Second hit hits face. We're good. We're chilling. There we go. There's another one with the deck. It's, I think that's a 10 game win streak. I don't have the deck tracker up and running right now. But yeah, this deck is a ton of fun. I'm going to play another game. I'm just going to stop this recording because I wouldn't want to have my intro into a win, into a loss. That would just ruin everything, right? So, yeah, stay tuned for game 2.